For more analysis on this, I want to bring in former Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis, who's been sort of standing by with us. Ed, we kind of learned some interesting details. We knew that Cavalcante was breaking into homes, burglarizing homes. So it looks like there's a possibility that he tripped a burglar alarm that brought law enforcement to a particular location. But then we see this combination of both high tech and low tech, right? They use these sort of heat-seeking devices to identify where he might be in the brush there, in the forest there. But then ultimately, it is manpower and canine power that close in on him.
Right. There were two remarkable things in my mind that came out of that press conference. The first was that they were able to utilize a fixed-wing craft from the DEA. I've been in DEA task forces. They have some of the best equipment available to law enforcement. So they use thermal imaging that's probably the highest quality military grade. And they were able to get a signal on this guy and bring the teams in, the special operators who are out there, into the area so that they could get them surrounded. And the great news is that kind of cover, with somebody up high, can give you really good coordinates and give you the ability to move people in from different sides of the compass so that you can surround the person. And the other remarkable thing I heard in that press conference was that he refused to surrender. He was surrounded by officers with guns. He had a gun in his hand, and he tried to take that gun with him as he crawled away. That's, an officer can use lethal force in a situation like that. And if that dog wasn't there, if they weren't able to utilize that dog to get that gun separated from the suspect, they would have had to shoot him. So I think it's a great story of restraint and success.
And so it's been a couple of weeks. Do you have a better understanding of why it took them so long to capture him?
Just the difficulty of the terrain there. If somebody knows what they're doing and living off the land, there was another suspect that lived in the Appalachian Mountains for months, even though there was a concerted effort to get him. So a couple of weeks. It's frustrating to be in the middle of a thing like this. I've been in a number of them, but it just takes persistence and tactics that are tried and true. The military trains us how to work in these environments. We do it the way we're supposed to, and eventually, this guy is going to be at his limits of being able to live out there. And it seems that the other thing at the press conference I heard was he was moving around in the late evening or early morning hours. I expected that to happen last night. And for some reason, maybe because of the weather, but he hunkered down, and that's when they were able to get a sight on him. So, it all worked out.
Yeah, I thought that was a very interesting observation for me. And I thought, the fact that he sort of switched things up a little probably tripped him up as well. So I know the guy's going to be behind bars for life, but in terms of additional charges, what is he looking at here?
Well, they'll charge him with escape. There'll be a big investigation into what happened in the facility. A jail has a lesser level of security than a state prison, usually. It's been my experience. So maybe the decision to keep him in a jail after he was convicted and not send him immediately to a state prison is probably going to be looked at, but believe me, this guy will be separated for some time until they're absolutely certain that he's not going to be able to do the crab walk again.
All right, Ed Davis, always great to have you, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.